I won millions in the lottery, and I chose to keep it a secret. I asked my family for help as a test. Only one person reached out to lend me a hand. The day I found out I'd won $47 million, my entire world shattered. Not in a bad way, not at first. But when the shock wore off, a gut-wrenching realization hit me. I couldn't tell a single soul. My family, you see, had a history of turning every financial situation into a painful lesson in loyalty and betrayal. Before that Tuesday, my life was a relentless cycle of just enough. I was an accountant at a small marketing firm in Portland. I made enough to live, sure, but never enough to feel truly secure. My apartment was nothing special, just a one-bedroom on the city's outskirts. Every morning, I'd wake up at 6, make my coffee, and start another day under the constant pressure of bills and impossible deadlines. 60-hour workweeks were the norm, especially during tax season. It was exhausting. My family situation, let's just say, complicated, is an understatement. My parents, Gregory and Diane, divorced when I was 14. They both remarried quickly. My dad, a high school physics teacher, married Stephanie, a real estate agent with a taste for the expensive. My mom found love with Warren, a successful businessman who had money, but kept a vice-like grip on every penny. Then there were my siblings. My younger sister, Lisa, always the golden child. Ivy League, married a surgeon named Paul, perfect suburban house, perfect kids. And my older brother, Jason. Charming, intelligent, but utterly lost. He drifted from job to job, relationship to relationship. Borrowing money from family. That was his art form. The pattern was always the same, a desperate call, an emotional plea, a promise to pay it back, then silence until the next crisis. My extended family wasn't much better. My Aunt Martha, my mom's sister, was perhaps the only genuinely kind person in our circle. An elementary school teacher, living paycheck to paycheck, driving an ancient Honda, but always there when it mattered. She never complained. Then there was my Aunt Heather, Dad's sister, who married rich and never let anyone forget it. Holidays with her were an endless critique of everyone's life choices, especially mine. My perpetually single status, my small apartment, my career, she had an opinion on it all. Her son, my cousin Ryan, inherited her entitlement but none of her financial success. He had a gambling problem everyone pretended not to see. I was so jaded by then. 3 years ago, Jason needed $5,000 for rehab. I emptied my modest savings. Months later, I found out he never even went. When Lisa needed help with her wedding, I put $2,000 on my credit card. She promised to pay me back after the honeymoon. 5 years later, I'm still waiting. My dad needed a loan for roof repairs after a storm. I sent what I could. The next month, photos of him and Stephanie vacationing in Cancun. The only one who knew the full extent of these betrayals was my best friend, Charlotte. We met in college. Unlike everyone else in my life, she was a constant. A nurse, she understood struggle. She never judged my complicated feelings, reminding me that not everyone was out to take advantage. Work wasn't much of a refuge either. My boss, Arnold, routinely took credit for my ideas. My colleague, Derek, constantly left early, leaving me to pick up his slack, yet somehow always getting the recognition I deserved. Still, I kept my head down, hoping someday, somehow, it would pay off. Buying lottery tickets was my one small indulgence. A weekly ritual my family loved to mock, full story on the channel. Link below. Click now and watch what happened next.